Bizworld, Finance Minister Datuk Seri Tengku Zafrul Abdul Aziz will propose to raise the statutory debt limit to 65% from the current 60% of the gross domestic product or GDP in Parliament. Although the statutory debt to GDP ratio is currently at 58%, is that the ratio is expected to tilt above 60% by year-end.
Given the commitment of the government to continue to support the people and the businesses, our debt to GDP will probably go up above 60%, above the statutory limit of 60%, right, by end of the year. And because of that, we have to go to Parliament to increase that from 60 to above. And of course, the plan is to present to Cabinet first, which I will be presenting next week, to increase it to 65%, and then go to Parliament at the right time.
Speaking to reporters, he added that the government would not borrow in foreign currencies for now, as there is ample liquidity in the market to tap into. To date, about 97% of the government's total borrowing is ringgit denominated. To a question, Datuk Seri Tengku Zafrul said it is not the right time to reintroduce the Goods and Services Tax, GST, as it could weigh on the revival of the economy. Meanwhile, Datuk Seri Tengku Zafrul expects fiscal deficit to hover around 3 to 4% within the next 4 years once the economy has fully recovered.
Based on our projection, of course, it's dependent on the GDP numbers. GDP this year is at 3 to 4%, and yes, last year IMF has already forecasted Malaysia to be around 6%. So we should be able to continue with our fiscal consolidation exercise when the economy has fully recovered, and within 3 to 4 years we should get back to our 3 to 4%, inshallah.
It was recently released in a pre-budget statement that the country's fiscal deficit will hover between 6.5 and 7% of GDP this year. The figure is up from the 6% targeted earlier after factoring in the recent stimulus packages announced by the government. On another note, the Finance Ministry has also published 4 public consultation papers today and invites the public to share their ideas for the upcoming budget.
Entrusted to manage the country during tough times, a cabinet selected to stabilize the country and put the interests of the people first. Speed is of the essence. How does the new administration prove its performance in the first 100 days? Money Matters speaks to ICMR Chairman Tan Sri Munir Majid.
Join Zahir Kelvin Ong Abdullah this Saturday at 5 p.m. only on TV3.
Malaysia's monthly export and import unit value indices continue to record positive growth, both at 1.3% in July. Their volume indices, however, recorded a decline in the same period. Chief Statistician Datuk Seri Muhammed Uzir Mahidin said the growth was driven by increases in the indices of mineral fuels, machinery and transport equipment and manufactured goods. On the other hand, export volume index recorded a decline of 9%, reflected by decreases in the indices of miscellaneous manufactured articles. In an external trade indices report released today, Datuk Seri Muhammad Uzir said the seasonally adjusted export volume index posted a decrease of 20.7% to 137 points. And lastly, Perodua sold 6,988 vehicles in August, compared with only 655 units in July, as its manufacturing and sales arms gradually resumed their operations after the nationwide lockdown was lifted on August 16th. Perodua President and CEO Datuk Zainal Abidin Ahmad said production and registration numbers are expected to multiply in September as the situation normalizes. To date, the company registered more than 104,000 vehicles, a 12.5% drop compared with around 119,000 vehicles sold between January and August last year. Perodua is reducing its sales target by 10.8% to 214,000 units for this year, from an earlier target of 240,000 units. He noted that the company's main concern now is to ensure the automotive industry will be able to sustain itself this year, as COVID-19 and the semiconductor supply shortage continue to haunt the manufacturers both domestically and globally. And that's all the time we have for Bizworld. I'm Muhammed. I'm Hamdan. Thank you for watching and stay safe.